Imagine waking up one day in your 70s or 80s and feeling better than you did in your 40s. Picture yourself waking up with energy, a clear mind, and a body that feels alive. I know it may sound like a distant dream, but I'm here to tell you that it's possible. I met a woman named Marge who, at 78, felt stronger than she had in her 50s. She would take long walks every morning, play with her grandkids, and even start new hobbies like painting. But what struck me the most wasn't just her energy, it was her mindset. She refused to let age dictate how she lived. She told me, "I don't want to just grow old, I want to grow better every single day." Marge's secret. She mastered 6 simple habits that transformed her aging experience. These habits aren't just recommendations, they're life changers. And they can help you feel just as vibrant, as sharp, and as joyful as you age. In today's video, I'm going to share those exact habits with you. These aren't just quick fixes. They're small steps you can start today to reclaim your vitality so you can live with strength and energy, no matter how old you are. Stay tuned because the final habit is a game changer that might just surprise you. First, the power of walking. Now let's talk about something simple but powerful. Walking. You might think, how could something so basic really make a difference? Well, I'll tell you, it can completely transform how you feel as you age. Take a moment and think about the older people in your life who seem to radiate energy. Maybe it's a neighbor who's in their 70s, still walking the dog every day, or a family member who's always on the go. Have you ever wondered how they do it? The answer is often simpler than you think. It's the steady, rhythmic power of walking. I want you to picture this. Every time you take a walk, you're not just moving your body, you're taking a step toward better health. When you walk, you're strengthening your heart, boosting circulation, and keeping your muscles and bones strong. Harvard Medical School has shown that walking regularly can reduce the risk of heart disease by up to 40%. Yes, you heard that right, 40%. With every step, your heart becomes stronger, pumping oxygen-rich blood to your cells. Your lungs expand, your body starts to feel more alive. But here's the thing. Walking is more than just exercise. It's an act of self-care. It's your moment of peace, your time to clear your mind. I know that life can feel busy and overwhelming at times, but imagine taking a slow, peaceful walk in the park, breathing in the fresh air, and feeling the weight of the world lift off your shoulders. Walking is a beautiful, simple ritual that can bring joy and calm. And the best part? You don't need any special equipment, expensive gym memberships, or complicated routines. You just need your own 2 feet and a little time each day. It doesn't matter if you're 50 or 70. Start small. Even a 5-minute walk around your neighborhood can have a huge impact. And as you get stronger, you'll find that you can walk longer distances with more energy and less effort. So, what are you waiting for? Step outside, feel the fresh air, and take your first step toward a healthier, happier you. You might be surprised at how something so simple can change your life. Second, mindful eating for vibrant health script rewrite. Now, let's talk about mindful eating. It's not just about what you eat, but how you eat. Imagine waking up feeling energetic, clear-headed, and ready to take on the day. Well, what you put on your plate plays a huge role in making that happen. As we age, our bodies need more nourishment, not less. But all too often, we fall into the trap of convenience, grabbing processed foods, sugary snacks, or fast food that leave us feeling sluggish, drained, and mentally foggy. And while these things might offer a quick fix, they don't offer the long-term health and energy we really need. Let me tell you about Carl, a 72-year-old friend of mine who was constantly feeling tired and sluggish. He was grabbing takeout, eating processed foods, and drinking too many sodas. Then he made a change. He started incorporating more whole, fresh foods into his diet. He swapped out the chips for bright, leafy greens, the soda for refreshing water, and the processed snacks for nourishing fruits and nuts. It wasn't a huge overhaul, just small, intentional changes. But those little changes made a big difference. Within weeks, Carl felt more energized. His mind was sharper, and he was more active than he'd been in years. He wasn't just eating, he was nourishing his body, giving it the nutrients it craved to thrive. You don't have to follow a complicated diet plan to feel your best. The secret lies in simplicity, making fresh vegetables the star of your plate, choosing whole grains like brown rice or quinoa, and adding lean proteins like chicken or beans to help repair muscles and keep your body strong. Bright, antioxidant-rich fruits like berries or oranges protect your immune system, while healthy fats from avocados, olive oil, and fatty fish like salmon support your heart and brain health. And don't forget the hydration. As we get older, our sense of thirst can diminish, but our bodies still need plenty of water to function properly. Staying hydrated keeps your energy up, your skin glowing, and your joints feeling good. But here's the kicker. It's not just about what you add to your diet, but what you remove. Those processed sugary foods, while they might taste good, in the moment can wreak havoc on your health over time. They're linked to inflammation, fatigue, and brain fog. If you want a sharper mind and a healthier body, it's time to start cutting back on those empty calories. You don't need to be perfect. Just take small, consistent steps to make healthier choices. Swap the chips for fresh vegetables. Choose fruits over sugary snacks. Drink more water. And watch as your energy soars, your mood lifts, and your mind becomes clearer than ever before. Remember, the goal isn't to deprive yourself, it's to empower yourself. Every healthy choice you make today is an investment in your future, a future filled with vitality, energy, and joy. So start today. Your body will thank you. Third, mental activity. Keeping your brain sharp. Script, rewrite. Now, let's turn our attention to something just as important as physical health. Your mind. As we age, we naturally focus a lot on staying fit, eating right, and staying active. But what about the brain? It needs exercise too. Think of your brain like a muscle. If you don't use it, you start to lose it. But here's the good news. There are simple, fun activities that can keep your mind sharp, alert, and vibrant, even as the years go by. I'll tell you about James, a 68-year-old I met recently. James had always been quick-witted and loved challenging his mind. He'd do puzzles, read, and engage in stimulating conversations with friends. But a couple of years ago, he noticed a slight decline in his memory. Things weren't as sharp as they used to be. Instead of feeling discouraged, James doubled down on the things that had always kept him mentally active. He started playing chess again, doing crossword puzzles, and even picked up a new hobby, learning a new language. James was determined to keep his mind as strong as his body, and with a little effort, his mental clarity improved dramatically. You see, keeping your mind sharp doesn't require anything complicated. It's about staying curious and making a habit of doing things that challenge your brain in new ways. Reading is one of the simplest, most effective ways to stimulate your mind. Whether it's a thrilling novel, a news article, or an insightful nonfiction book, reading forces your brain to process information, focus, and retain what you've learned. And it doesn't have to be long books. Short stories, blog posts, or even articles can provide the same mental workout. Then there's something as simple as puzzles, crossword puzzles, Sudoku, or even playing chess. Each time you solve a puzzle, your brain is building connections, improving memory, and boosting problem-solving skills. These small activities act like a workout for your brain, keeping it agile and adaptable. And why not try learning something new? Take up a musical instrument, start sketching, or dive into something you've always wanted to master. Every time you challenge yourself to learn, your brain creates new neural pathways, improving memory and focus. Perhaps one of the most powerful tools for keeping your mind sharp is social interaction. Engaging in meaningful conversations with friends, family, or even strangers forces your brain to think critically, process emotions, and stay present in the moment. Socializing isn't just fun, it's mentally stimulating. You don't need to invest in brain-boosting pills or complicated exercises. Sometimes, the most effective mental workouts are the simplest and most enjoyable. Read, play, learn, and connect with others. These activities are more than just hobbies. They're ways to keep your mind healthy, engaged, and alive. So, what's one thing you've always wanted to learn or try? Take that first step today. Your brain will thank you for it. Fourth, mental activity, keeping your brain sharp now. Let's turn our attention to something just as important as physical health, your mind. As we age, we naturally focus a lot on staying fit, eating right, and staying active. But what about the brain? It needs exercise too. Think of your brain like a muscle. If you don't use it, you start to lose it. But here's the good news. There are simple, fun activities that can keep your mind sharp, alert, and vibrant, even as the years go by. I'll tell you about James, a 68-year-old I met recently. James had always been quick-witted and loved challenging his mind. He'd do puzzles, read, and engage in stimulating conversations with friends. But a couple of years ago, he noticed a slight decline in his memory. Things weren't as sharp as they used to be. Instead of feeling discouraged, James doubled down on the things that had always kept him mentally active. He started playing chess again, doing crossword puzzles, and even picked up a new hobby, learning a new language. James was determined to keep his mind as strong as his body, and with a little effort, his mental clarity improved dramatically. You see, keeping your mind sharp doesn't require anything complicated. It's about staying curious and making a habit of doing things that challenge your brain in new ways. Reading is one of the simplest, most effective ways to stimulate your mind. Whether it's a thrilling novel, a news article, or an insightful nonfiction book, reading forces your brain to process information, focus, and retain what you've learned. And it doesn't have to be long books. Short stories, blog posts, or even articles can provide the same mental workout. Then there's something as simple as puzzles, crossword puzzles, Sudoku, or even playing chess. Each time you solve a puzzle, your brain is building connections, improving memory, and boosting problem-solving skills. These small activities act like a workout for your brain, keeping it agile and adaptable. And why not try learning something new? Take up a musical instrument, start sketching, or dive into something you've always wanted to master. Every time you challenge yourself to learn, your brain creates new neural pathways, improving memory and focus. Perhaps one of the most powerful tools for keeping your mind sharp is social interaction. Engaging in meaningful conversations with friends, family, or even strangers forces your brain to think critically, process emotions, and stay present in the moment. Socializing isn't just fun, it's mentally stimulating. You don't need to invest in brain-boosting pills or complicated exercises. Sometimes the most effective mental workouts are the simplest and most enjoyable. Read, play, learn, and connect with others. These activities are more than just hobbies. They're ways to keep your mind healthy, engaged, and alive. So, what's one thing you've always wanted to learn or try? Take that first step today. Your brain will thank you for it. 5. Strength training, building resilience, script, rewrite. Now let's talk about something that might surprise you. Strength training. You might think of it as something reserved for bodybuilders or athletes, but I'm here to tell you that strength training is one of the most powerful tools for aging gracefully. As we get older, something called sarcopenia happens. It's the gradual loss of muscle mass. This can make everyday tasks like carrying groceries or getting up from a chair feel a lot harder. But here's the incredible thing. Strength training can help slow down, stop, or even reverse this process. I want to share the story of Nancy, a 74-year-old I met, who thought she was too old to start strength training. She was having difficulty with her balance and couldn't lift even light bags without feeling strain. But Nancy didn't let that stop her. She started with just a few simple exercises at home: leg lifts, squats, and arm exercises using light weights. It wasn't long before Nancy noticed the change. She was walking taller, moving more freely, and even picking up her grandkids without a problem. Strength training didn't just give her physical strength, it gave her confidence. It made her feel independent, capable, and ready to take on whatever life threw her way. The beautiful thing about strength training is that you don't need heavy weights or a gym membership to get started. You can do simple exercises with your own body weight, or use things around the house like water bottles or resistance bands. Strength training isn't about lifting until you're exhausted. It's about building strength in a safe, sustainable way. Even just 10-15 minutes a day can make a world of difference. The goal isn't to lift heavy, it's to keep your muscles strong and your body moving with ease. Besides boosting strength, resistance training has other amazing benefits. It improves balance, which is essential for preventing falls, one of the biggest risks as we age. It helps maintain bone density, keeping your bones strong and healthy. It can also ease joint pain and improve posture, making you feel more aligned and stable. And here's the surprising part. Strength training has mental and emotional benefits too. When you exercise, your body releases endorphins, those feel-good hormones that help reduce stress, anxiety, and even depression. You'll feel happier, more energized, and more resilient in all areas of life. So, don't wait. Start with simple exercises and build your strength every day. Whether it's squats, light dumbbells, or resistance bands, every movement counts. The more you train your body, the more resilient and independent you'll become. And remember, it's not about perfection. It's about taking that first step towards a stronger, more capable version of yourself. SOX, social connections, the key to longevity. Now, let's talk about something that's often overlooked, but can be just as important as diet and exercise: social connections. You've probably heard the saying, "It takes a village." Well, that saying couldn't be more true, especially as we age. As we grow older, it's easy to start withdrawing from social activities. Retirement, the loss of loved ones, or simply the busyness of life can lead to isolation. But the truth is, social isolation can be just as harmful to our health as smoking or chronic diseases like heart disease and diabetes. It's not just about feeling lonely. Being disconnected from others can accelerate cognitive decline, increase stress, and even shorten our lifespan. But here's the good news: staying connected, whether it's through family, friends, or community groups, is one of the simplest and most powerful ways to protect your health and boost your longevity. I met Linda, a 76-year-old who lost her husband a few years ago and found herself isolated. She felt the weight of loneliness creeping in, and it started to affect her health. But instead of letting that loneliness define her, Linda took action. She reconnected with old friends, joined a local community center, and even started volunteering. The result? Not only did her mood improve, but she felt a renewed sense of purpose and joy. Linda's story is a reminder that it's never too late to reconnect. Social connections can do wonders for our mental health, helping us stay mentally sharp and emotionally fulfilled. Engaging in meaningful conversations, participating in group activities, or simply sharing a cup of coffee with a friend can keep our brains active and our spirits high. And there's science to back this up. Studies have shown that socially active seniors are up to 50% more likely to live longer than those who are isolated. That's the power of connection. But socializing doesn't just help our minds. It nourishes our souls. Think about it. The laughter, the stories shared, the support you receive from loved ones, these connections feed your heart. They give you a reason to keep going, a sense of belonging, and a deep connection to life. So, whether it's reaching out to an old friend, joining a club, or simply having more frequent chats with family members, make social connections a priority. Take the first step to nurture those relationships today. The warmth of human connection is one of the most beautiful gifts you can give yourself as you age. And remember, it's not just about filling time, it's about filling your life with love, joy, and meaningful moments that make the golden years truly golden. 7. Last, sleep. The secret to rejuvenation. Script rewrite. Finally, let's talk about something that is often overlooked but is absolutely essential for aging gracefully: sleep. It's easy to underestimate the power of a good night's sleep, but let me tell you, sleep is the secret to rejuvenation. It's the foundation of physical health, mental clarity, and emotional well-being. Have you ever noticed how you feel after a poor night's sleep? Your energy is low, your mood is off, and it's harder to concentrate. That's because sleep is when your body does the critical work of repairing, restoring, and rejuvenating itself. Without quality sleep, your immune system weakens, your brain function declines, and your body's ability to heal itself slows down. I met Sarah, a 69-year-old woman who used to stay up late watching TV or scrolling on her phone, thinking that her mind and body didn't need rest. But over time, she started feeling fatigued, mentally foggy, and noticed that she was getting sick more often. After realizing how much her lack of sleep was impacting her health, Sarah decided to make some changes. She established a consistent bedtime routine, limited her screen time at night, and created a relaxing environment, in her bedroom. It wasn't long before Sarah began to feel the effects. She woke up with more energy, her mood improved, and her mind felt clearer. She realized that sleep wasn't just a luxury, it was a necessity for her overall health and well-being. Getting 7 to 9 hours of high-quality sleep every night is one of the simplest, most effective ways to protect your long-term health. While you sleep, your body is repairing tissue, boosting your immune system and consolidating memories. Your brain clears out harmful toxins, including beta-amyloid plaques, which are linked to cognitive decline and conditions like Alzheimer's. But it's not just about quantity, it's about quality. A peaceful, uninterrupted night of sleep can make all the difference. And if you're struggling with sleep, there are simple steps you can take. Start by creating a calming bedtime routine. Dim the lights, put away your phone, and engage in relaxing activities like reading or stretching. Make sure your bedroom is cool, dark, and quiet, the perfect environment for deep sleep. If stress or racing thoughts keep you up at night, try incorporating relaxation techniques like meditation or deep breathing before bed. Journaling your thoughts can also help clear your mind and prepare you for restful sleep. The beauty of sleep is that it's free, it's natural, and it's one of the most effective ways to maintain your health as you age. It's not just about feeling rested, it's about recharging your body and mind so you can face the day ahead with energy, clarity, and strength. So, tonight, commit to making sleep a priority. Give yourself the gift of rest and watch how it transforms your energy, your mood, and your overall health. So, there you have it. 6 simple yet incredibly powerful habits that can transform how you age and help you live a longer, healthier, and more vibrant life. These aren't just tips. These are life-changing habits that anyone can start, no matter where you are in your journey. Let's quickly recap. Take regular walks, one step at a time toward better health. Mindful eating, nourishing your body with whole, fresh foods for lasting energy and vitality. Stay mentally active, keeping your brain sharp with reading, puzzles, learning, and socializing. Strength training, building resilience and strength, ensuring you can continue to enjoy life's simple pleasures with confidence. Keep your social connections strong, fostering relationships that nurture your mind and heart. Prioritize sleep, the secret to restoring your body and mind so you can face each day with clarity and energy. Now, here's where it all comes together. You have the power to choose how you age. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about starting right now. Whether it's taking a walk, cooking a healthier meal, picking up a new book, or getting an extra hour of sleep tonight, every step you take toward these habits is a step toward a healthier, more joyful future. I know that change can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. You don't need to be perfect, just consistent. Take it one day at a time, and soon you'll start feeling the benefits of these small actions. So, what are you going to do today to start making these habits a part of your life? I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which habit are you going to begin with, and how do you feel about the change it could bring? If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit like, share it with someone who could benefit, and subscribe for more tips on living your best life. Your support means the world, and I'm so excited to continue this journey with you. Remember, age is just a number. You have the ability to thrive at any age, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. Let's take action today for a healthier tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.